Come on, Carter. What a difference a day makes. If you're an avid watcher and subscriber, you would have seen that I had a swing revelation in the last episode, and I showed this swing from my range session. 8 iron, lovely little draw, and we're going to get on that pin about 150 yards. Had a baby, Carter. And if you have a little look in slow motion, the swing revelation happens at the top of the backswing. All I'm thinking about is looking over my rotated left shoulder as long as possible, and then I initiate the swing with my hands, which creates a definite into-out swing. And I also brought that swing to the range before the round, but it's always been my problem to bring it to the course. Look at that, lovely little draw. So you will notice, if you were an avid watcher and subscriber, that on the last episode my tee shots were just lovely draws, massive spazzes right down the middle of the fairway. And if you know me as a golfer, you'll know that I'm an incessant slicer. So this, to be honest, is absolutely remarkable that this revelation has massively helped me to start drawing the ball. I mean, here's an example, really skinny fairway that I'm aiming massively right, but bringing it to the middle of the fairway. Happy days. So tee shots were mint, but everything else was absolute dog shite, and I shot 98 that day. So that wasn't good enough. So the very next day I got up super early to go and play at Laguna. And the plan is that this swing revelation is in every shot. Come on, Carter! Lovely little spaz off the first. Nice, easy little 6 iron. Tough first hole, this one. So we'll take that one. Right, and we start early with really bringing this new swing, this new club head path. And we're going to get on that pin, Carter. And this is for a birdie opportunity. Oh, that we leave short. Come on, Carter. All right, but I'm pretty happy. Always happy to start with a par on this first hole. Happy days. So we're off to the second, the first par 3. It's another little draw, but we kind of started it at the pin or slightly left of the pin, and we drew it off the green. But we're pin high, and we'll take a nice little chip on here. Nice landing spot, but the ball just fed away from the pin. So we've got a pretty long putt here for par. And we'll just, I guess, have to settle for a bogey on this hole. But we're off to the third. We're bringing out the Gratoi. Slight draw on this one, carrying the bunkers. That was a pretty good spaz. Come on, Carter. Setting us up for our first 100-yard wedge in. We do pretty much hit the right number, but we're just slightly left of the pin for this one. So it's going to set us up with a long putt, but it is a birdie opportunity that we just tickle past the hole. So we're super happy with that one. Right, this one here, this is, I think, probably my best tee shot ever, because I'm now on the left side of the tee box, whereas normally I've been on the right side playing for a fade. So we're on the left side of the tee box, aiming right, drawing it back, sticking it on the pin.
Come on, Carter!
Yeah, come on, Carter. Sets us up for another birdie opportunity. Oh, just tickles the hole again. That's 2 in a row. All right, but we'll take a par. Another delightful draw. This is a pretty good spaz with your Gratoi. This is going to get us to position A1.
Come on, Carter!
Yeah. Suaima means beautiful. And that's going to leave us another little wedge distance in. And again, we were pretty much on the number, but just pulled it left again. And that will leave us quite a long putt in. And I felt like I read the line pretty good, but just overcooked it and spazzed it massively past the hole, leaving us pretty awkward comeback putt. Wasn't really even close, so a bit of a disappointing 3 putt there. This one was another draw, but maybe slightly overdrawn, this one. And this one will end up on the left side of the rough, leaving us a bit of an awkward shot in. Kind of actually got to bend it up over and around these trees, which you do with your new swing. And we're on the green.
I think we're on the green.
You are indeed, Carter, but it sets us up another really long putt that your distance control was just pretty dire on that one. So again, another awkward putt to save par. It's going to be another 3 putt for a bogey. Come on, Carter. But we're off to the 7th. We're only 3 over par, and it's another delightful draw. Massive spaz right down the middle of the fairway. Super happy with that one. And it only leaves us 180 out. So we take a 5 iron. We thin this one a little bit. And it just trickled off the back of the green.
Just off the green, that's okay. Just rolled off the back of the green, thinned it, but we'll take it.
We will take it indeed. Right, this here, this bump and run technique is a fantastic technique that Guru Graham's taught me. I'm going to do a video just on this bump and run technique because I think it's a game changer. But in the meantime, we've got this for a birdie.
Yeah, if we get birdie, you do Carter spaz now. Die,ครับ Come on, Carter!เอาไหมครับ เอาไหมครับ
ไม่กล้าดูอยู่ไม่เอา
Birdie!
All right, on to the 8th with only 2 over par. This pin here was only 115, took a gap wedge. Wasn't intending to go at the pin because it was massively to the right corner of the green. And we just spun off the green, but another little chip on, that was a bit short, so got that for par. Happy days. Come on, Carter. So we're only 2 over par, moving on to the 9th. Let's finish strong. Ah, it's a big old duffer. Hit this about 9 iron distance, but we made the fairway, so happy days. Let's get it up there with the hybrid. Ah, stoppy the toppy. But we got it down there.
Come on, Carter, we'll take that bit of luck. We'll take that.
You'll always take a bit of luck. And this sets up for a delightful, lovely
Get on that pin.
drawn 8 iron. And we are indeed going to get on that pin, Carter.
Woo! Come on, Carter! Woo!
Happy days. So we've got this for birdie.
Come on!
It's in.
Come on! Woo!
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, quite a few putts. If that just dropped would have been awesome. But we're going to tap this in for par to finish with a really strong front 9.
Ah. Come on, Carter! What a front 9 that was. Woo!
Fantastic front 9. So let's bring it on. So we're going on to the back. Knowing that I'm only 2 over par, I'm thinking every shot has to count. Let's go. Come on, Carter. Woohoo! That's a pretty good spaz, and that's right at the green. Let's see how that ends up.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Come on, Carter! Didn't draw, but took the shortcut over the trees.
Let's go and check it out.
There's our ball. There's the pin. Just off the green, look. Woohoo!
That sets us up for another bump and run technique using the Guru Graham technique. I was actually really happy with the distance of this one, just didn't choose the right line. So this putt does end up pin high. We've got this for par. Ah, another one. Just tickling past the hole. But we'll take a par. Come on, Carter. Right, the wind starts picking up here. The wind's right in my face, but this is the spaz of the day. Have a look at this one. Come on, Carter.
Come on, Carter! Okay. Another good one! Woo!
That was more than good, Carter. 261 yards, and it's usually pretty much carry because you don't get any run out on these courses in Phuket. It leaves us 155 yards out on a par 5. This is a fantastic opportunity for birdie. Come on, Carter. What was that? Oh, Lordy. Come on, Carter.
That's absolutely gross. 155 yards out on a par 5. You absolutely spazzed that tee shot. Never had an eagle. Should be birdie. Now I've got a massive third shot here. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. So this chip on just didn't judge the distance. You left it considerably short. And then when I was setting up the camera, I didn't realise I was recording at this point. So I put the camera down and then I pushed the red button thinking I wanted to start recording, but I actually stopped recording. So I didn't get to see the next shot.
That was an absolutely ridiculous bogey. And what was even more ridiculous, it wasn't recording. So a nice little bump and run. The Guru Graham technique. 20 paces out, took an 8 iron, left me about a 6 foot putt for par, which I missed. For a bogey! 155 yards out, kind of. Absolutely ridiculous.
That really was absolutely ridiculous. But the ridiculousness continues onto the next hole with a massive duffer. You only hit this about 100 yards. And then the ridiculous continues even more, duffing it into the bunker. Yeah, ridiculous. But look at this. Woo.
Come on, Connor! That makes up for it. We're at the pin. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We could save a bogey. Let's go! Not to leave these short.
Well, I suppose after the big old duffer tee shot and the chip into the bunker, we'll happily take a bogey there. We're back with another nice drive, but again, this one was slightly overdrawn. And it hits the fairway and rolls into the water. Oh, right, the weather is really starting to get a bit dodgy now. Massive wind, rain's definitely coming in. I'm aiming massively right here tonight. Well, not a bad effort considering the conditions, but the rain's coming in now. Just happy to get this onto the dance floor. We had a 20-minute rain delay, but I didn't think the rain was going to pass, so I just came out just to finish the putt. Didn't even practice, just hit it. I massively spazzed it past the hole. So the comeback putt is massive as well. We missed that for another 3-putt for a triple bogey. We went into the kiosk and it was about a 40-minute rain delay waiting for it to pass. And we're happy with that one. After a 40-minute rain delay, coming out and giving that a good spaz. Had a baby Carter.
Come on, Carter, that's not bad. After about a 40-minute rain delay, we'll take that one.
We certainly will. And this was a pretty good spaz with your 3-wood, but it didn't draw. And the Garmin app said I hit this 188 yards, but I definitely think I hit it longer. I think it hit a tree or something.
Oh, that was a good spaz, but pushed it right.
And that's the trouble if it doesn't draw, because we're in the tree line. Oh, I fed it through the trees. That wasn't my intended line. We got it through, and we've just got it on the dance floor. And we've got about a 10-footer to save par. Oh, another one just tickles past the hole. The 15th par 4 index 1. I've never ever been on the fairway of this hole. Always going right, and we've done it again. So there was no draw there. And then a massive top. That only went about 60 yards, leaving us with a wedge in coming over the trees. We're just going to sneak this one onto the green, but it leaves us another really long par. This is to save par. And again, massively underread it, massively short. And then you spaz it right past. Oh, this is 4-putt territory. This has to go in. It's another 3-putt for a double bogey. Come on, Carter. Par 3, 16th. You can't go right. Long, skinny green and water to the right, but massive overdraw here. But even though we've got only about 10 yards of green to work with, we stick it on the green to leave us about a 10 to 12 footer to save par. Ah, another one just tickling past the hole. Oh, just one of these have dropped today. I don't typically tee off well on this hole, but this was a pretty good spaz, but it's right at the bunkers. Oh, I was lucky to be between the bunkers. Right, had no idea where this ball went. We lost it in the trees. But when we went looking for it, we found it on the green. So we'll take that one. Oh, this was a massive, massive spaz right past the hole, leaving us a little delicate roll back. We'll take that for a bogey. We're moving on to the 18th, and a draw is what we want on the 18th, and that's exactly what we get. Lovely draw around the corner. It's a dogleg left hole here. Not on the fairway, but it's cut the corner. Got a nice little wedge in. 9-iron, just drew it left, just short and left of the green. This chip was about a yard too short. I think a yard more this would have rolled out and released. Lovely. But I know I've got a 2-putt here to break 85, so obviously I'm trying to putt it, but I just need to get it close. Don't leave it short. And we don't. Nice little tap in. We'll take a bogey, and we break 85. Come on, Carter.
น้องแอมขอบคุณมากครับ Thank you ครับ I think we broke 85. I think 84.
Woohoo! We did break 85. It was 84. Look at that front 9, 2 over par. Look at the back 9, 47. It all went tits up on the 11th after that 8 iron, 155 yards out on that par 5. But the weather conditions were absolutely treacherous after the 14th hole. And we broke 85 again, so absolutely brilliant. Really happy how we played the par 5s, only 1 over par. And 38 putts, need to get that putt count down. But 6 pars and we smashed a birdie. Come on, Carter. But the difference a day makes was absolutely astounding. From shooting a 98 at Red Mountain to the very next day going to Laguna and shooting probably, arguably, your best golf ever and shooting an 84. Happy days. Let's just hope that this swing is now ingrained. Come on, Carter.